Hello, everybody.
Hey, woo.
We've got a guest.
Oh, hello. Just a slow motion clapping. Hope that's not sarcastic.
Hello, we've got. Oh, I am the devil's IT consultant. So, Leon, would you like to introduce your guest?
Yes, this is Phil.
Hello.
I don't want to build him up too much.
Yeah.
But that I'll let Phil describe his wonderful all of the stuff he does. Go on, Phil. You take it away.
My name is Phil. I am a stand-up comic. Used to be anyway, until the pandemic. And I make videos, like funny videos, comedy videos, and all that. So that's me in a nutshell.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Good.
Lucy has gone.
She's gone. I like the way she's as well.
I'm
It's
here.
like
I'm here. I
into a
have
black
to change
hole.
Wi-Fi.
Okay. She's back.
Cool.
So sorry.
there.
Where are you from?
I live in Liverpool at the minute. We're in Liverpool here. I've just realised behind me you can see where my little blanket thing is, so you know it's not real wood. It's not a real shack. I have secrets out. So
You're ruining the magic. You're ruining the magic.
yeah,
You're in the shed somewhere.
and it's because it was put up in a hurry. So yeah, that's that. I'm based in Liverpool at the minute. Where you guys? You're in Malaysia,
Yeah, Malaysia.
right? And you're in
And I'm in Devon.
Heaven.
Exotic Devon.
Devon. I thought you said
Devon.
heaven.
Well, it's very similar.
I mean, you know, I do have that effect on the ladies, you know.
You haven't got though, have you?
Sorry?
You haven't got
You
real
phoned me.
wood though.
I haven't got real wood. No. Sounds about that.
Work on that through the show.
We've got lots of people watching already, joining in on the chat. We've even got our fourth member of the team. Give us a thumbs up, Alex, if you are ready to join the group. Here we go. Everyone's here all together. Family.
Hello. Back at it again. We got Phil Chapman in the room.
We've got Phil Chapman. Have we met Alex? I
just wanted to sound excited. Like,
oh no, I felt like we met and we've matched. I'm glad you got the memo.
No, yeah.
These guys didn't get the memo. It's blue.
That's what we're doing today.
Blue.
It's soft blue Mondays.
Yeah, Royal Blue Mondays. Good.
Yeah.
Wood background, brown backgrounds, blue shirts. That's
There
what
we
we're doing.
go. This is getting close to organization here. Don't do that sort of thing here.
Take it. That smoothie is not
Phil,
all
I'm
smoothie.
hearing an American twang. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
hearing a twang, Phil. So, what? Not why are you in Liverpool? That sounds quite harsh. But what brings you to Liverpool?
I moved here like 19 years ago. 19 years ago this week, I moved here because I basically came from Texas with a friend of mine on a week's drinking holiday and then never left. So that was it.
Oh, amazing.
Came to Liverpool and they were like, they liked me. They were like, your sound. So I was like, all right, I'll stick around. I liked it better here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And in Texas.
And where are you, Alex?
I am in Michigan, in
Ooh.
the United States, in this small little college town called Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor, yeah. Ann Arbor Day.
Yep.
Always remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of trees around here, lots of college students, lots of sports, lots of beer in a very small area.
It's the best kind.
No, yeah. I figure people could come here, get drunk, and stay here for 20 years too. I think that happens as well.
Yeah. I've been drunk the whole time as well. I've not sobered up.
I'm a bartender, so I've made enough money to get myself some wood back here.
Yeah. I feel like he's throwing shade on my curtains.
I like the curtains. Sometimes I want to get rid of the wood. I like having the option you got there.
Yeah. Well, like I have an option, but the reason I have this here is because like behind this is a disaster. Like this is all behind this is pure clothes and just a mess.
See, now you've said it. We all just want to see behind it. And
you can. I wouldn't.
Behind that screen.
It's like dirty underwear and all that. And it's not my underwear either, so I can't like legally show it, you know. So it's all pieces of underwear that I've stolen throughout the week.
You moved overseas to drink beer and raid panties.
Raid panties, yeah. That sounds more creepy than it is.
I'm in textiles, okay? I sell this.
They look after their underwear too well. I'm getting out of here.
Phil, I saw Phil's comedy stand-up at the Hot Water Comedy Club, which is a very famous comedy club in Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful story about Hot Water Comedy is that just at the beginning of lockdown, you must know this story already, Phil, the Hot Water Comedy Club replayed one of their stand-up nights on I think it was YouTube or on their Facebook, but they just streamed the video of a night from the past. And they had 12 police wagons turn up because people rang up and said they were breaking lockdown and they were holding a comedy night.
Yeah, they thought there was 200 people in there. It was great that night. We all had a good laugh at their expense. I got some
because Liverpool's not known for snitches.
No, but it was that. But then I guess because they've got so many followers all over the place, and people are like, from other places, they're like, right, get them. That was a wild night.
You got to be mad if you're a cop like who wasn't on duty that night. Because if they had that many like paddy wagons show up, I feel like somebody was at home. They're like, you need to get up out of bed. This is an emergency.
The thing was in the thing, you could see them looking at the stream and being like, see, definitely on stage. And they're like banging on the door.
He's still there.
Yeah. He's still on. It should be. But then,
like, we're in here with the phones going, look, on the stage.
Yeah.
But it's not on the stage.
Yeah.
On the stage.
Yeah.
Not on the stage.
like Father Dougal. Close. Far away. Is
why is that holding up last week's newspaper?
Yeah. That was the thing. The thing was they couldn't there was a phone number on the Hot Water page. They could have just rang them and been like, "Have you got a gig going on?" And I'm sure they would have been like, "No," and you'd have been able to hear the laughter in the background. So, not the greatest detectives in the world.
I don't know about that one though, because you could be bringing up murder and stuff, couldn't you? Are you killing anybody? No.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
To be honest, murder ain't a murder until they've committed the murder, are they?
Yeah, I suppose so. But they might be
the water so hot.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
They do that. They do it with terrorists, don't they? When you come into the country, don't you? Are you a terrorist? And you either have to say yes or no.
Whenever you go anywhere,
it must work sometime.
I imagine someone's falling for it.
Someone probably has.
There's a sucker made every day.
Terrible jokers, the people that are like, "Yeah, I'm a terrorist. This will be hilarious." I'm sure those people at customs have a great sense of humor.
Bring him in.
Yeah, bring him in for questioning. I hope they got some plastic gloves.
There's quite a few stories where people have gone into airports and they've said anything to declare, and they've gone, "Yeah, I've got a bomb in my bag," and then they're taken to prison. And they're not allowed to use that aeroplane company, and they don't make it on the holiday because drinking 5 nights doesn't always lead to good.
Yeah, it's not the greatest decision.
I mean, I want to show up early to the airport to make my flight, but I don't want to show up so early that I get wasted and do dumb shit and don't make the flight.
Oh man, I've been on plenty of those flights. That Liverpool to Amsterdam flight, the amount of people that get chucked off that. You're like, oh man, they have to wait as well. Because EasyJet and Ryanair here, they just let them wait until the next flight. They're like, just have a coffee, and you can go on the next one.
Sober up.
That's why I request the aisle seat.
Yeah.
So I can get up and pee as much as possible.
Yeah. Are they still flying in the States?
No. I don't. I think there's a handful of countries we're still allowed into.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like, we don't want any of that action, actually.
Yeah,
So it's a lot of staying at home, staying at, like in the States. You can go to this next state over.
yeah,
which
yeah.
is, I did that.
Oh, did
But
you?
that's not it.
I've seen loads of fights on domestic flights, like at the
Mhm.
gate and stuff.
Mhm.
I see
Well, that
loads of
happens
fights.
anyway because our airline system is terrible here.
Yeah. American Airlines. Is
Mhm.
it American Airlines or is it
American, Spirit, Delta. I mean, you can pick
Yeah.
it.
It was Continental when I was there. That was the
Mhm.
one. Continental Airlines. Good time. I had so many air miles for those guys, and then they just disappeared. I was like, oh man.
Along with the bags.
Luckily, I don't need to
There
go
was
back.
a woman kicked off a plane quite early on into lockdown. There was a woman kicked off a plane for refusing to wear a face mask. I think every newspaper went with the headline of Aaron's kicked off something. And the best thing is, the people just commented was like, "Did you see she had 5 pieces of hand luggage?" Like, no, that's not the focus of the story. Everybody, they were like, "Did you see it when they were making her go?" She was like, "I'm just going to get my bag. 1 second. I'm just going to
She's
get."
like, you
They're
jerk.
like, 5
Yeah, that is insane.
pieces. No one gave a shit about the mask.
She had the money for the flight, clearly.
Yeah, that was the best. You remember when they did that thing with the liquids and gels? Do you remember when that came in? And like there was like a 2-week window when no one was allowed any hand luggage whatsoever, and it was the most. I flew during that, and it was the most peaceful time because there was no wait. You just literally like getting on a bus. Everyone just gets on, sits down, and gets off. Now that you let people have like and nobody ever uses any of this shit in their hand luggage. You maybe get your iPad out or a book, but nobody uses half the shit. The people getting on there were like full on trunks.
This is true. When we were on a flight and we were getting off the plane, get our hand luggage down. So we usually wait and let other people get off first. Everyone, they were rushed to get out, so we couldn't be bothered. So we took our hand luggage down, and I opened it to get passports out. And instead of being inside my luggage, all my passports and everything, there was a massive wedding dress.
Nice.
It was like,
did it fit?
It's not my wedding dress. And it was one of those moments where you're like,
oh yeah,
everyone was off.
Throw a style on that
gift bag with a big wedding dress. I got the wrong one, but I just imagined the woman who obviously was getting up. I was like, oh, I've lost the wedding dress. Whoops. I mean, ultimately, I could have sold the wedding dress and, I would have probably made my money back. But I was sort of thinking she would probably be a bit. She was just, when I came out, she was like at the other end, hysterics. And like, we had a similar back.
That's the most Scottish thing I've ever heard. How do I make money out of this situation?
I don't get the back. It was a nice wedding dress. I think it was designer.
Yeah, I got your dress.
She didn't want to lose it, you see. It was on the ball. So you keep it in the hand luggage. There's no way it's going to get lost. Unless
yeah.
it has a suitcase.
Similar.
Similar.
It's going to pick this up.
She was all ready to say yes to the dress. Ended up saying no to the electric shaver.
Yeah, I mean, I had some nice shorts in this. You could have had the shorts, the t-shirt. They were nice.
Cut the bottoms off, turn into a top. Innovate.
It would have been a good story. Do you know what I mean? She's in there in the shorts and t-shirts and stuff. Hey, this is a great story.
Smells like popsicle. What's going on?
My favourite the best Scottish story about was a gentleman who went into Scotland, and we have a thing called Factory Fortnight, where everybody in the factory, pretty much, they all go on holiday the same fortnight. So there's a lot of people are waiting to go on a holiday right now in Scotland, and a guy sets himself on fire and tries to run or tries to cause some trouble in the airport. And an off-duty police officer who was due to go on holiday just walks up to him, knocks him to the ground, just like over there.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I'm gonna go on my holidays.
Yeah. You keep going, they're gonna shut this whole airport down.
There was a terrorist attack where the guy he was in the car and he drove into Glasgow Airport and smashed the car trying to get through the barriers. Car caught on fire. He caught on fire and was staggering out the car on fire. And like one of the baggage handlers come up and like was having a big fight with him. And the guy was like burning and dying after being in a car crash. And the Scottish guy was still fighting him, going, "I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Come on.
I was gonna go to the pub. Now I got to make a statement.
Yeah.
Come on, we're still going. It's still going. Your leg's not burning that bad. Come on, get up.
Where's my wedding dress?
One of our viewers, Elizabeth Bantra Black, who is a very famous comedian from the Midlands. There's not many goth comedians, but she's one of them. She says she would have travelled with just a corset and a banana in her hand luggage.
See, now that would have been interesting to open up. Your question.
Also quite illegal in a lot of countries because you're importing fruit.
Exactly. The corset is fine, but leave banana at home.
I think that's worse than like a kilo of heroin in Australia.
Right.
It is.
They had that
I know. I've seen the those anything to declare shows in Australia where they just lose their shit because they're like, he's got a packet of pastrami.
Yeah. He's got peanuts. It's always like the Chinese and the Vietnamese because they want their own food.
Yeah, and then they always and they always say that. Have you got any food? And they go no, and they open the bag and it's just food. There's nothing else food in it.
Yeah,
and they go, oh yeah, I've got peanut bits and coffee.
Yeah,
all food.
I've got all these bats. What's wrong with them?
You can't get these anymore. Come on, help me out.
Right,
bats.
team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get your jars out.
What's this?
Where are jars?
Oh, I didn't get one. Should I have done one?
No. You've got a very important.
In there. Like I should have.
Very important question at the end.
All right. Okay.
You join in with these questions too.
Alex.
Whose luggage did you steal with
if
that
you
little
go
bag?
first.
Yeah.
This was a princess, and I thought I'll keep this. This one I'll keep. The wedding dress I gave back. This
blue.
Matching.
Silly shit. Never made it to Camelot with her curly purse.
Right. Yeah. If you go first, Alex.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. What do we got here? Oh, we did that last time. I'm gonna make sure that ends up not in there. Oh, I remember that one. That was good. How about this one right here? Here we go. Do you have
a tricky one now?
Favorite gift you ever got from from your parents? Gift?
Say again.
From a parent. Do you have a gift from one of your parents? Or what is your favorite gift you ever got from your parents?
The gift of life.
Well,
That is the best present I could have received. For being with my parents.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Oh.
We know where Phil is on the pro-choice debate.
Yeah.
Oh wait, small talk. Sorry, small talk. Big small talk. Big.
They're on the opposite side after they met me. They're like, we should have.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I got given a watch by my parents, and it was a really expensive watch. So I made sure I put it in the wardrobe to keep it safe. But then I just filled the wardrobe. I know I've not lost this watch. I know it's just somewhere in this wardrobe.
Keeping time somewhere
6
else.
wardrobes in a row. Inside, behind one of those doors, was a really expensive watch. I was scared of losing. So I've technically, on paper, lost the watch.
What you want to do is you put that watch in your suitcase. When you go through security, that's the good time. And they say, have you got a watch? You go, I've got no watch in there. And they go, something ticking? No, not ticking
It's
in
ticking,
there.
yeah. You wanted a time X, not a time capsule. Pull it out of there.
I reckon mine would be, it's got to be like a computer console, PlayStation 1 or something. Or Amiga 500 if I go all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
They would always just, when you got them as a kid, you just went through the roof excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I got loads of good presents when I was a kid. Loads of like just thoughtful stuff that I've forgotten about. Stuff that was way too good for me. Given I've forgotten about it now. Thanks, parents.
Given the property damage and mental strain you put on them.
Yeah.
Good.
And it's all behind this curtain tonight.
Yeah. You don't want to know what's back here. Get back, get back, get back, get back. I got to give the shout out to the first time I got a bike. That's like getting a car when you're a child. That's like going on Price is Right.
Yes.
And they're like, you got the price correct or whatever, and here's a car. That's how it feels. You just like, you freak the fuck out, and now you can go to the park that's further away. I don't know. But that was probably the dopest present I ever got.
Yeah, I went through some home videos a few weeks ago. I had to like digitize them for my dad, and there was loads of like Christmases every Christmas. So I probably should have had a better answer for this, to be honest.
You did the research.
Actual footage of getting like Smeds.
Just watching the haircuts when you goes, oh yeah, my hair was like that. Oh, that was
Yeah.
cool. Oh, yeah. Got longer hair. That was better.
I wonder what happened to that shirt. That was a cool shirt. Yeah. Just all the little things. There was like a video of my brother punching me in the face and then bursting into tears and running in, and my mum coming in and having a go at me for punching him in the face because he'd obviously gone in and lied. And I was like, I fucking knew he lied.
On video.
I told them at the time. Video evidence.
Get that on family court. Family court. Bring it in. Yeah. Your Honor.
Now I'm looking for the gift of justice. That's what I want now.
It's like a childhood tape. That's Hollywood tape.
Retribution.
I just love cake. You know, when they put it on the counter, I just grab it. I just grab the cake and I eat it.
So what about you, Alex? What was your gift? Just bicycle. Leon, what was your gift?
PlayStation computer thing.
And then Phil, do you want to make any kind of maybe better suggestion than just gift of life?
Yeah, I'm with Leon here. The SNES, the SNES was like the killer. Super Nintendo was just that
was it.
Killer gift. I mean, they've given me loads of good stuff over the years, but I remember that one being like, I love this one, little Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get used to pressing the
what
B
was
instead
it?
of the A.
This is more of a Leon question. There was a game that we used to play that had Olympics on it, like the Daley Thompson decathlon. And in order to make him run, you had to smash the space bar as fast as possible to the point where you hurt your hand, just going.
I used to. So I never had it, but my mate used to have the ZX Spectrum, where everything takes like an hour to load. So it takes about an hour to load a game. And then you would have a game like that and you'd get frustrated and you'd smash it, you switch it off, and you'd be like, oh, Christ, I've got to load it up again. Yeah.
I got to boot it up. It'll take about an hour. I might as well make a baked potato in the oven.
Yeah.
You used to have games that you couldn't save. So they used to have like, I think it was like Championship Manager 1 or something, or Football Manager 1. I think it was one of those early football managers. And if you switch it off, everything's gone. So you have to keep it on for like days and weeks. Otherwise, it goes off.
I was going to say, like, football management game, that is a terrible shout, not having a save function on that. Whoever thought of that? You got to have a save function on that.
Start again at the beginning, you're like, oh, to hell with this.
Yeah, back in the day. If you told a kid about that now, you couldn't save the game.
Wow. My brother and I, we really, really petitioned to get the NES robot. And it was very expensive. It was very wanted. And all it did was just...
Yeah.
I
just Googled it. That
was it.
Yeah, there's ROB.
Yeah, that's Rob.
Rob. Yeah.
We do have,
click. I
think we've got the original. Probably worth the money. We've got the original Pong, like the original thing that was like from the 70s. Wow. The original home Pong. So that is like from 70 something. So that's pretty. And I think it still works, although you can't ever put it on any TV. Modern TV, it doesn't work on any modern TVs.
Yeah, neither does the Nintendo gun. You know the.
Oh yeah, we'll recognize it.
I was just about to say we had the duck shoot gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Duck
Duck
Hunt.
Hunter.
Whack, whack, wow, 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 wow.
And that dog will laugh at you, and you'd be like, "Man, fuck." I
Nothing
feel
worse.
bad enough as it is.
Nothing worse when a computer lies. Like on the duck hunt, and you've got it. It's in the sight. You go bang and it misses, and you go, no. That was that.
That was
Yeah,
spot on.
I
Something's
should be
wrong.
eating pancakes right now.
I feel that way all the time. You know.
Should we move on to a next question? Leon, get your handbag out.
Got a little bag.
Shakes.
Got any caramels in there? Got any caramels?
No, not this time. Here we go. Nice
Was
and
it
easy
all
one.
going to church?
Which superhero should die? What superhero should die?
Oh,
Like, which is the worst superhero, maybe, or just which one should die? Depends how
I'm
dark
going to
it is.
say Leon or Phil if you answer this, because Alex and I are going to have to take a little bit longer than what we should.
Oh, yeah, you guys are thinking it. I can go first because I think Superman's got to go because he's too much. You can't kill him. Super strong, can fly, and go super speed, laser eyes, X-ray eyes, everything. He's got everything, and it's like
Technically an illegal alien.
yeah, technically, you know, and he live forever or whatever. I don't know, but he's got everything, and that's not fair. Like you got to leave it something else. Like any problem, you just call Superman, and like, if you want to call Batman, he's got to fly the Batwing there or drive his car there. Superman can be there, solve the problem, and be back without ever getting hurt. It just doesn't make any sense. So it's got to be Superman to make it fair for everyone else. Everyone else is a bit worse, but Superman's got everything, so it's just not competitive.
broke the book out.
Well, yeah, getting an essay.
I can't
Superman on the
think.
front got the research, the stats for this.
Listen carefully, children. Whoa, what's going on there? Who's behind? Is Superman behind Wonder Woman? What's going on in that picture?
Very
Yeah, she is.
suggestive.
No, I'm technically behind Batman. It's that kind of comic.
All right. So, so Batman's in the middle, Superman's at the behind to give the thrust. Yeah.
Everybody needs a warm up. You gotta stretch out. You don't want to hurt yourself.
But Batman's getting twice the fun, isn't he, I suppose?
Batman's dead now. Nobody would survive that.
You wouldn't want to, you
I
not
would
want to-
definitely choose Batman.
Yeah,
Batman?
same.
I'd go Batman every time. He's just
Batman
too.
needs help, and he's not gonna get it.
Yeah, he needs help, and also he's a billionaire that could solve a lot of the problems that he's helping with by just redistributing some of his wealth.
Mhm.
He does, yeah, he does spend a lot on cars, and he doesn't have any relation to bats. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Spider-Man's
Especially
bitten by a spider. You know what I mean? Like, those kind of Superman's got a big S on his chest, so like, yeah. Man. Whereas Batman just went, I like bats. Oh,
yeah.
Bat- I've got a cave. That's the closest he got. I've got a cave, and in my cave, there's a bat. So I'll call myself Batman. But there's nothing else. Wasn't bitten by a bat. Hasn't got bat powers, apart from wearing caves, but he can't fly. Hasn't got super hearing or nothing. So
Yeah, he just got that weird
Weird.
mask thing.
If he knows all those bats, he could solve the mosquito problem in town for everybody. Won't do it. It's not okay.
he needs it. Yeah.
Put
Same
some
with
bat
Iron Man.
houses outside
Okay,
the
I've
house.
made my choice.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Okay, so I'm going to go for Kirk Langstrom, who is Man-Bat,
Man,
the
Man-Bat.
worst superhero ever. He decided he was doing experiments on. He's a zoologist, and he was doing experiments on bats, and he thought, oh, what if humans could have radar? So he did a bit of jiggery pokery, jacked up with it, and turned into a Man-Bat. Batman had to come in and save him and
Oh,
got
that's
him back to humans.
That is bad. That is bad.
Because he turned his back on him, he jacked up himself, and he
Every
jacked
day.
up his girlfriend, so there was one Man-Bat.
Oh yeah.
That's embarrassing if you're a superhero and superhero with virtually the same name comes along. One of you'd have to step back and just adapt.
Yeah, he must be like that guy that you know, like when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, and like later that day, someone tried to do a patent on the telephone as well. It must have called up or whatever. Well, probably not called up, I imagine. Just
What do you got going on over there? Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Stay right there.
Brings up it's engaged. Who the hell's on the line?
How is it busy? What is happening? That's bullshit. He's like trolling Alexander Graham Bell. He's like going to Domino's. Hey, can you have a delivery for Mr. Bell? Yeah, that's me. Give me that.
Phone for you, Bell. Bell's a phone for you. Phone call. What? On the back phone. Oh, you've had a phone for weeks. Come on.
Going to restaurants. You got a reservation for 2 for Bell? Yeah, that's actually me. Ignore that guy when he shows up. I called you. I gotta agree. Batman's gotta go.
Yeah.
He doesn't solve any problems for nobody. He just waits for you to be poor enough to commit a crime and then punches you instead.
Yeah. And it would make room for Man-Bat to not look so foolish.
Yeah. Man-Bat could move into the Batcave and it'd be far more appropriate, wouldn't it? You could go in there.
Yeah. Far more I googled him. He looks more like a bat.
Yeah. And he could say, look, I don't need the Batwing or anything. You could sell the Batwing, you know.
Yeah.
Give the money to bat charities. Happy days.
It's just sort of when you sort of do a short history of Man-Bat, it's like, and then Batman had to come and save him, and he promised not to do it again. Batman left him. He did it again. Yeah. Batman had to come and save him, and he promised not to do it again, but he did it again. But this time he got his girlfriend involved because he was a lonely, horny Man-Bat.
And she's loyal. She's down.
Yeah. I'd imagine.
I can't get my girlfriend to pick me up food on the way home. And he's like, yo, turn into a bat for me. She's like, all right, you know, I got nothing going on this weekend.
I brought you some wings.
I can't get some wings. And she can get some wings. What's going on with that?
I don't know. I mean, if you're going to do that, you make him do stuff like you could be Man Super, couldn't you? And Man Iron. Hi, I'm Man Iron.
How'd you know my stage name? Don't tell people that.
Yeah. Man Spider.
Okay.
Isn't it Man Spider?
Man Spider. Oh, I got a nice one as well. I got a nice one as well. I should just tell you, I pulled a pet question out. I'm just bragging. Yeah. I got a lovely one. So, have you ever kept something that was meant to be given to somebody else? And I think this covers birthday presents or parcels delivered to your house.
Theft.
You ever stolen anything? Loads of times.
I hope Man-Bat's not listening with his ears.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cry.
That guy
closed the window. It doesn't seem
Graham Bell's patent did
together. Yeah. I don't think I ever have. I think I always would pass on. I'd feel too guilty keeping a gift. I'm not like.
I nearly got a wedding dress, but I've done that story.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it back to her, probably.
Go and put it on.
Yeah, I got no one out. I haven't got it either, so it wouldn't work.
It's no, I've never kept anything for anyone. A package that we did used to get, like when I moved into my old flat, like the mailbox was like a brick of letters because the guy had like just moved in. For some reason, he just bought this flat and then decided not to pay his mortgage, so just lived there for 3 months and then got it repossessed. Which sounds like something Batman would do because he got money to burn. But that's the only time I ever kept mail because he didn't afford an address.
This was like early 2000s, so you kept all his AOL online minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's mine now.
That was before the days of streaming. It was just chat. I instant message chat.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Can't think of nothing.
I know that there's sort of...
Oh, go ahead.
You go. I was going to you go first, Alex.
All right, folks. I had a friend who had this crush on this girl, and he wanted me to talk to her for him to be like, hey, he likes you, y'all should date, and I ended up dating her instead.
Right.
I don't know if that really counts.
Well,
It kind
did you
of does.
Did you give it back at the end? You gave it back. That's right. You only borrowed. If you kept
Yeah,
it,
it's true. It's true. They ended up getting together way after that. I'm like, y'all two both like each other, but I also like me, so I'm gonna do what I want. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the flirting for myself. Also, I didn't give him Jay-Z's Black Album on vinyl. I kept that for myself.
that's what happens. You steal the girlfriend, you take the album. What's next?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know way more of these lyrics. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this.
He's got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. You know?
No, yeah, no, it's true.
No, it isn't.
I took that upon
Alex,
myself.
does that
I'm a
make you
good friend.
Becky with the good hair?
It was pretty okay. It was okay hair. It was like good, yeah.
That happened to me in high
I
school.
know that,
I told some girl I liked her friend, and she told me that she didn't like her, but she did. If you know what I mean, because she liked there's like this weird triangle thing, and I never dated any of them.
God damn.
Thank
I
you.
know.
If it's two girls, Alex. If it's two girls, you're probably gonna have a little bit of difficulty there, Phil. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that you've got that they probably don't need.
They just dated each other.
Yeah. Hopefully.
All right, Lucy.
I
what do
know
you
that
got?
I bought I've bought things for my ex-partner that was I used to be a truck driver, Phil, so I know I've bought things for my ex-partner that was for the truck, and then depending on how I felt about them that day when they were due to receive it, that then led me to decide whether or not they received said gifts. You know,
Even at
That's fair enough.
Christmas and birthdays. I didn't get you nothing for your birthday because you pissed me
well,
off this morning.
you buy things, don't you? You buy things along the way for your partner, and then you go to give them to them, and they act like a complete dick, and you think, nah, I'm not rewarding bad behaviour.
You'll learn.
Yeah.
This box with a hole in the bottom, I'm gonna keep that for myself. This box with the top with the hole in the bottom. Yeah, go get it now. It's for me now. It's popcorn with the hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You were so close.
I used to find it quite annoying when people didn't like. When I was younger, people would buy me like when you're a teenager, you get like a piece of card and it's got like 16 earrings on it. They just like go into a girl's accessory shops and just buy you, just like £5-10 worth of jewelry. And I used to find it quite annoying that I got bought them because I don't have pierced ears, and people can notice that using their eyes. So if you come to my birthday party and you buy me pierced earrings, I think that you are not paying attention. And then I got shit for regifting it. And they were like, what,
Yeah.
you didn't like my present? And I'm like, what, you don't like me?
Lucy. Not, but you can pierce other areas that you can't see. How do they know that you haven't got other areas pierced that are not visible to the naked eye?
Who said you can't wear earrings elsewhere?
I was 15, Leon. I was 15. Don't take it there.
Nobody wants like a massive foxy hoop earring in their nipple. That's massive Claire's accessories, like little. They wouldn't even have the right gauge. Get a little pin ones in Claire's.
Logistically, it's just falling apart.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think we've got time for another question from Alex. If you want to get your jar out.
Yeah, I got time for one more before I got to get out of here. Okay, here we go. What do we got here? Ooh, what kids game? What game did you play when you were a kid that you're the best at? You can't read this. Whatever. What kids game did you dominate at?
What kind of like a board game or?
Yeah, any board game, any game like like kids can play, not like whose car keys are these in this bowl. Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Like, like a good game.
I'm trying to think.
I would go for me. It's gonna be rock paper scissors. I'll send all y'all right now through this Zoom call. As long as your internet connection is straight, I'm gonna win.
I cheated that to drive my daughter mad. Make stuff up like dynamite, crabs, dead spiders, that sort of thing, and then she gets really annoyed.
Yeah. That's
Just
fine.
kind of that.
Divorce, like
That's it. Yeah, bored or 2 sticks of dynamite, blow everything up. Yeah. She'll get annoyed. Because I used to do the same thing. I used to do the same thing on was it Guess Who? Where you have to knock the faces down. You have to guess the face. It's called Guess Who, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guess Who.
Yeah.
So I ask on Guess Who. You're supposed to ask like, has he got what color hair have they got? Glasses. I would say things like, do they look like they've had a difficult childhood? And they would have to say yes or no. Game would go forever.
We play Guess Who at like family dues, but we put pictures of our family in it, so it makes it more interesting because you can ask proper questions. Then you'd be like, do they have any qualifications? No. Okay.
Do they lie about punching me in the face at Christmas?
Yeah.
Nah, I know who it is.
Yeah. Would you let them babysit? No. Is it Uncle Jed?
Being a baby wouldn't really work out.
Yeah, I was good at.
I got really. There you go.
You go ahead.
I got really into noughts and crosses. I know that sounds really strange, but I became obsessed with thinking there must be a craft to it because it's just 9 boxes. And I started like, if somebody like put like their corner pieces in, I started being able to guess where they were going to go. And then there's one. If you can imagine the box there, if they do 2, 7, and 9, nobody will ever win, and it's called the Triangle of Death. Like I got really, I just when you said about rock paper scissors, and I laughed, I realised I was sadder than that. I had books full of it.
I'd like to see that montage of you like training for the Northern Crosses.
War games when you were younger. What in the movie War Games they explain how to play it, or how to win it, because it's the impossible thing, and if you start in the middle, you either win or draw.
Yeah.
War Games, because it's
I'm sure I could have been better at it if I hadn't been 9.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe that movie wasn't out then.
Maybe
yeah,
that's why they gave you the watch. They were like, "This is how much time you've wasted on fucking noughts and crosses."
It's a possible game.
Yeah. Look at it.
I'm just all coming back to me, like me making my grandparents sit down and going, "Come in with the game, come in with the game," and they're just like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I only have so much time left on this earth, but yeah, we can do that.
I'm going first. Oh shit. I'll put my X in the middle.
Well, that's it for me. I gotta be getting on out of here.
Alex, what's your game? Shout your game. Yeah, so these games. So shout your game before you go.
I will.
Oh, you did rock paper scissors, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yes, rock paper scissors, of course. We can just break down next week. I'll show it out there. Nice meeting you, Phil.
See you later, man. Good to meet you.
Right. See ya.
See you next week, Dylan.
Gone.
It was much easier to schedule when everybody was trapped in a house.
Yeah.
Had nowhere to go. Now we've got lives and stuff. Oh.
Now people have got to go places.
I know, unbelievably though, we're on week 22 of doing this show, and I genuinely never thought when I started this that it'd be like week 22. Where the fuck has all that life gone?
Better than doing noughts and crosses, though, eh?
Yeah.
Week 22 of noughts and crosses.
Too soon, Phil. I haven't got over
Sorry.
it.
It's like bringing up
Leon, do you want to get your handbag out?
Yeah, go on. It's like bringing up that time that Man-Bat got rescued by Batman. You bet he's over that, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It'd be too soon for him as well.
I took my name.
If not a lamp, where would you keep a genie? Where would you keep a genie if you didn't keep it in the lamp? Where's a good place to keep a genie?
Just a mason jar from IKEA.
Why?
Don't know. They say everyone seems to have them. You know, be easy to hide in amongst the muesli. Nowhere for him to hide inside either. You see, like, what you just knock on the window. I know you're in there, genie. Come on out.
I'm not sure about that. So is it see-through in it?
Yeah. Well, the glass ones, aren't they? Big glass
That seems a bit.
mason jars. Just
He's got no privacy then, has he?
no.
Gonna
That's
be
the
that-
whole point. The genie is your slave, isn't it? Until you run out of wishes.
Seems a bit harsh. I
Yeah?
think he's gonna get out. He's got no privacy. He's not gonna do you any favors.
Well, neither have I, because you can see out the jar as well. Works both ways, cuts both ways. Unless I stick him behind some muesli or some Cocoa Pops or something.
You wouldn't even give him just like a little sticker or something, just so he's got a corner of it, so he's a little bit
Well,
of
you can
privacy.
decorate. I don't know. You put some sheets up or something.
Sure,
One of these,
you're all-
I'll give him one of these. Wood paneling
Or little
style
sheet.
things. Yeah. Just give him like half the thing, half of it. It's like, or maybe get one of those mason jars. There's like those Japanese toilets, you know, where like you can see out but you can't see in.
All right.
Good work.
Let's have a look. We've got one of the viewers has said, in my denim jean knee pocket. There we go, Clyde. Hey! With the button.
In the little
It's-
tiny pocket for the watch, or the big
Yeah.
pocket, or the back pocket.
The pocket with a hole in it, and when anyone asks you, I'm just rubbing me genie.
Yeah.
You'll see it pop out in a minute. Make me happy.
And grant you some wishes. What would you ask for? What would be your first wish?
Trouser genie. Dear trouser genie. I'd worry. I'd have to just ask a few questions about trouser genies. Say, you're going to do this at any other time that I rub you by
Is
mistake.
it?
That would be the worst.
Leon's
case,
first
actually.
question would be, please don't sue me. Please don't take me to court for inappropriate rubbing is Leon's first question.
I didn't know this was going to happen. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I
Your
wish you'd be
first
taken off
question
the
should
sex
be-
offenders register.
Yeah, Leon, your first question should have been consent.
Well, it's too late. I've already done it. I've already gone past consent. Maybe that's what. Maybe you should have asked. Always ask your penis, your own penis first. For consent.
Is it a nice genie or a nasty genie? Because like with a nice genie, I'd ask for a shitload of money, like wealth, all the money, Oprah's money plus RuPaul's money plus Dolly Parton's money and everybody else's money is what I'd ask
Right.
for. But if it's a nasty genie, it'll give me money, but it'll make everyone I know poor. That kind of thing.
I like the monkey's paw situation.
I
You know?
worry about the people. Why are you trying to take money off Oprah, RuPaul? Who was the other one? For some reason you don't like them having money.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, who's done so much good with her money as well. She like gives out, she give out like 2 million books a year to school kids they can't read. Like, if anyone you don't want to be taking money off, it's Dolly Parton. I kind of feel like the bad genie would take the money off Dolly Parton. The good genie would be like giving more money to Dolly Parton.
I want you to get it specifically from these three people only.
Yeah,
I don't just want random money. These three.
I want it from philanderers only. That's all I want it from.
Oprah's always good on me tits. Get it money off
Yeah.
her.
I imagine Oprah's got some dark secrets.
Yeah. I'm gonna be poor. Whatever.
It's funny how I went for them and I left all the sultans alone, didn't I? Like, oh no, I don't want the money off Sultan Brunei. I'm sure he's a lovely guy who's never done anything wrong. Fucking Oprah
Yeah.
giving her cars away and Dolly Parton helping kids to read. I want their fucking money.
Did Gandhi have any money? I don't care. Even if he's got 20 quid, I want his money as well.
Yeah.
It's not about the amount.
Like,
Can go after Bezos.
RuPaul has given more money to the Talent Trust. I don't think so. That's mine now.
I want money from Great Ormond Street Hospital. I would empty all the money from all the hospitals and just bring that to me.
Yeah, I want that. I want that Cancer Research UK Wonga.
All the kids' hospitals on me.
Yeah.
Just kids' hospitals.
Bernardo's. I want Great
Sure.
Ormond Street.
Can I restate my question? Can I just restate
No,
my
I'm sorry. It's like wishes. Once you've done it, you've done it.
Oh,
Can't
you're
go-
like the bad genie. You
Yeah, I
can
would
go
be
in a
like
glass
bad
jar
genie.
then. No
Yeah,
privacy
I
for
would.
you.
I wouldn't want any. Wouldn't need any. Just hide behind a pile of underwear.
When
I'd
you
say-
first said a glass jar, I was thinking, oh, that's handy. You can see if they're in or not. But then you,
Yeah.
quick as a flash, you're like, they're our slave.
Yeah. They are. With genies are. That's
Where
the
the
whole
fuck's he
thing,
gonna
isn't it?
go?
That's why they wear the chains,
Bracelet.
and then they break
Yeah.
them when you do your wishes.
I think I'd want to live forever, but I'd only want years off the certain groups of people. Oprah, I want all the rest of Oprah's years left. RuPaul's life. The rest
Yeah.
of RuPaul. I'd give a list. All the people, all the kids in the kids' hospitals, and of all their years. I'll write the list. Oh, where's the list?
Phil's gonna come away from that and go, Alex was nice, Leon was nice, Lucy a bit dark. She fucking hates chatty. She wants kids to be illiterate, and she thinks of LGBTQ
For her own
community
personal gain.
isn't worth saying.
It's all right, folks. Every other week, it's Oprah this, Oprah that.
Yeah.
You wait for the genie to come along.
You get a car. You get a car.
You can have a cat, and you get a cat. Right, quick last one from me because then it's a nice round one. Right, okay. I don't know. That's the question I put down there for time later. Right, okay.
If you had to kill Oprah Winfrey,
Right,
how would you do it?
no. Phil, back 22 weeks ago, sometimes we did actually use general knowledge. And who was your member of parliament or senator was one of the questions I wrote. We won't have to write that. All right. Who is your favourite current comedian alive? Current.
Ooh. Current. Like, does it have to be any comedian?
Any comedian, but they have to be alive.
Because mine changes on like a weekly basis.
Well, word is current.
Yeah. So this week, I would have to say my favorite comedian would be probably Liam Bolton. You guys seen Liam? He's a
No, I'm writing it down.
He doesn't do stand up as often as he should, but like his stand up always makes me laugh because he's always got some like wacky like spin on something, and it's one of those where you watch someone and they never do what you expect. So he'd be my favorite at the minute. Plus, he's a good friend of mine. So,
Website.
huh? He's got a good website. He has got a very good website, actually. He's got his website's full of like animations and comedy stuff. He makes a lot of online content. So I'll give him a little plug. He's my favorite at the minute.
Mine's got to be choice two. Like my favourite current comedian would have to be recent guest Louise Lee from Bristol because everything she says just makes me laugh. I had her on another show the other day, and when she brought on a StreamYard, she was knitting, and all I said to her was, "What are you knitting?" And she looked straight at the camera and went, "What does that matter?" And I don't know why. It's so fucking simple. But I've been chuckling for about a week now. It's like, why can't I ask what she's knitting if she's willing to knit in public? But I think if it was to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put a DVD on right now, and I want to laugh till I hurt. I'm going to have to go Sarah Millican or Jimmy Carr. hard, when you just really want to hurt with laughter.
I tell you, if
That's
it was
that.
famous comics, I'd have to say Bill Burr or Michelle Wolf. Her last special was
Oh my
incredible.
God, I just watched Michelle Wolf and I felt guilty not saying Michelle Wolf as soon as I
Michelle
said
Wolf's
it.
last special was brilliant.
Michelle Wolf, Leon, if you haven't seen it, The Joke Show is one of the most perfect comedy specials I have ever seen in my entire life.
It is, yeah. That's one of the
Otters who knew. I thought otters were cute, but it turns out
no,
they're not.
it was classic.
Classic. I just reviewed it for one of my comedy review shows, and it was just a case of just straight off the bat. She is so hard hitting. She's right there, well thought, well written. You kind of sit there and you love it, and you're like, I'll never be that good, and then you go really sad.
Yeah, it's one of those situations.
I'll take years off her and all her money.
Yeah.
You need.
I want all the money.
That's what I've got to take all her jokes and all the jokes she's written now up to now. And
How am I such a bad guy out of this? Leon, who are you choosing? Oh, both of you.
my usual one is like Andy Parsons. I like Andy Parsons. I think he's really cool.
Oh,
I've seen him for a
lovely.
little while now, but I really like him. He always makes me think, and I like that. It's funny.
The news quiz is back on the Sounds app, but it's Andy. Somebody else is in. It was Angela Barnes, and now it is. But Andy Parsons is one of the regular guests on the news quiz, and I have to say he is very good. I used to love it when he and Jeremy Hardy were on the same side, the late Jeremy Hardy. But amazing. And I'm sure he'll understand. I don't know why I'm saying this. Why don't? Okay, he doesn't sound short.
What?
Sounds short.
He sounds like he would be short.
I think when I first saw him like years ago, he just sounds like Griff Rhys Jones. And for the first 5 minutes, I thought he was doing Griff Rhys Jones. And then I thought, well, it's not going anywhere. This impression's not going anywhere because he's not referenced it. and then only after a while I realized, no, that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, he's got it's very up here. He talks like he's standing up straight the entire time. Right, well, we've come to the end of our game. I've had an absolute giggle, even if I've come across as a really nasty and uncharitable person. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, Phil. But it is time for the one and only question, which it never gets boring. But do you have a particular favourite? We're going to say to you, what would you choose, Phil? We're offering you a magic carpet or a flying horse.
Magic carpet every day of the week, because you don't have to feed it. Zero maintenance for a magic carpet, apart from vacuum it once every couple of weeks, depending on how often you use it. There you go. Magic carpet. And as well, I think a magic carpet's slightly more impressive.
Yeah, than a flying horse.
Slightly more impressive than a flying horse.
Well, yeah, because like a flying horse, you got to look after it, and like you pay for a stable, you got to feed it. It's gonna die. Magic carpet, you can only lose it.
That would be annoying if you lost it. If you put it in your luggage in an airplane, else, it's a magic carpet.
Well, why would you be on an airplane? You wouldn't need it. You just be just flying your magic carpet, wouldn't you?
Got you there.
You might want to give your magic carpet a rest. I mean, oh no, you work at the death.
You'd need to give your magic horse a rest. You wouldn't even give your magic carpet a rest.
Like a genie. You're all about working your slaves to the death. You can't always even be relatively nice. If I had a magic carpet, I would give it like a couple of days off a week. Do you know what I mean? I'd say you could have set. Yeah.
Well, is it alive? Is the magic carpet alive? I mean, I thought magic carpet just flew. You sit on it and it flies.
No other details, but what's in the question?
It might have personality. It might have personality.
I suppose
of our previous guests, Garu's first question was, does the rug have a personality? We were like, that's a new one.
It does in the Disney movies. It has a personality. So I'm thinking that it maybe does have a personality. In which case, I think you've got to get. If you could take it on holiday and give it a rest.
Yeah.
Like if I had a flying horse, I would let him chill for a couple of days a week.
Go out and graze a bit. Nah, well, you wouldn't fly. You wouldn't need to fly every day. Do you know what I mean? If you're flying every day, you do some serious mileage there. I mean, you get me the gigs quicker. You wouldn't miss the traffic on the M6.
No, that could be good. It'd be quite good.
That is amazing, actually. You'd be able to do any gig over the UK, wouldn't you? Just get on the carpet. And my previous choice has been flying horse due to the fact I don't want to give lifts. But I'm now rethinking whether or not magic carpet. And that was my choice many, many, many years ago. But I'm wondering now, at least you'd be able to fit the mic stand, the amp, you change your clothes. You've got a lot more floor space to be able to take haulage.
Yeah, you don't want to work the horse too hard. As well, you could use the magic carpet as like a stage and then just kind of float on it if you need. Whereas the horse, you can't.
It could be good for socially distanced gigs. You could say, look, I'm the audience. I like that.
Yeah. You could be like, thank you very much, good night, and just be straight off there. Cash before the gig.
But then nobody would remember any of your jokes. You just be the guy that flew off on a magic carpet. What was his jokes like? I don't know. At the end of it, you flew off on a magic carpet. That's all you need to know.
So you could die on your ass, and they'd be like, "What was the comedian like?" It was like terrible, but he flew on a magic carpet. So like the last thing they always say is positive.
Yeah, I like it. That's a big finale. Don't have to final.
Draw an eye on your hand and just make out your David Blaine, and then just exit left laughing with the money in your pocket.
Yeah. I'm sure you'd come up with like a magic carpet joke. What you do is you talk about having a magic carpet and then like call back to it, and then there you go. Wraps it up nicely.
My instinct was to make a joke that finally men want to sit on my rug. That is amazing.
There you go.
So filthy.
That's the worst of the filthy one.
I don't like charity and I'm filth. I always try to come across really well.
You got me on this one. How old is the magic carpet? It might be 15. You're making assumptions. And you're this filth in front of the poor carpet.
Knocking it back.
You're back.
Before we, I've just seen we have right. Okay, so we've got I didn't know you were short, but you are just an icon to us. Hugh Janus says, I can vouch for short asses being funny. And you can hoover a carpet. Our previous guest Dario chose the horse based purely on the fact that his mother would have made him clean the rug every single day, whereas apparently she's a lot more lax when it comes to stabling of a horse. But then Louise Lee didn't want another ass to wipe, did she?
Enough for that.
So she went for the carpet. There's lots. This is my favorite question in the entire world. Before we let you go, I know that you are on Facebook, Phil, but have you got a Twitter or a website or anything you'd like us to be able to promote for you?
I've got. I am Phil Chapman on everything apart from Facebook, which is the Phil Chapman, and Phil Chapman Comedy on YouTube, because I make lots of video content, so YouTube's a good thing to follow me on. But yeah, just I am Phil Chapman. If you just Google Phil Chapman Comedy, most of my stuff pops up, and that's all I'd say. I mean, my website.
I tried finding you on Twitter to be able to tag you into our promo, but I couldn't find you. Maybe I wasn't.
I am Phil Chapman. Did you spell it right?
I am Phil Chapman. I was looking for just Phil Chapman.
Yeah, there you go. I am Phil Chapman on Twitter and Instagram, I think it is. Yeah. So one day I'll be able to change my.
I've got Instagram. I've got Instagram. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to thank you so much. Well done, Leon, for getting a great guest. And thank you very much, Phil, for being a laugh and a giggle. And I think you need to ring your parents up and apologise for saying that they never bought you anything good.
I never said that. I said,
Yeah, you did. You said your parents hate you and they bought you nothing.
yeah, and that's what I said. Those are my exact words. It's I might as well have said that. That'd be like that. Well, you might as well have said that. Yeah, thanks for having me on. And
No worries. Thank you very much.
I'll catch you guys soon.
Yes,
See you
thank
later.
you very much. Thank you very much for watching.
See you,
See you
guys.
again this time next week,
See you.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.